Okay, phase two, or should I say the next evolution in our video series here. Today we're going to talk about data extraction, and there's actually a delivered Dynamo graph here that you can use for trying to understand this. Now, as you can see here, I have four areas in particular in this graph to look at. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this is done in such a way that we've got our selection options first, followed by the deriving of the properties, processing those properties into its final list, and then exporting it out to a CSV file. So if we look at the back, I've got the node data.export to CSV, right? So this is derived from here. So data.export to CSV. You can see I've got an import CSV, export Excel, import Excel. Lots of options here. And this is just the delivered nodes for exporting. There's many other custom nodes out there to allow you to get more information or export to different file formats based on what you need. Now it's important what I've got here is I've got one selection node, right? So I would come and I would select, say, this beam, this beam, this beam, and maybe this plate and this plate. Okay, hit enter, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 handles here in my list, which I can process once I'm ready. All right, now if I run it, here we go, it's processed all the way through. You can see all the way to the end. Now what has it done? Well, it's passed that selection over to a node which is going to filter the selection by a list of object types. So in this case, I've only got one item in the list. So I've got this list.create where it's one item, and I'm going to select only the straight beams. I pass that same selection to another filter option where I'm filtering only the plates. Now the reason in this example I do this is that for beams and for plates, I want to extract the same properties but using different nodes. So for example, property.getObject, get object property, this node is going to extract for me the handle, single part prefix, and a single part number, exactly the same as what it does for plates. Where it gets a little bit different is for the beam section, I've used beam.getLength, which is returning me the length of the beam. But obviously for the plate, I can't use that because it's not a beam. So I use the plate.getPhysical length and width, and then pass off the length parameter. Right? It's important to note all the property get object property nodes return back a property object. From the property object, we can retrieve the value of that property. There is another node under property to get the name of that property as well. If you want to pass that forward, you can do the same thing. The idea is that these 5 properties are then collected in a list. Same with the 5 properties that you have here. And you can see here I've got, the values for each one, but not in a sequential way. So we then need to transpose that list into something that makes sense. So take the first one from there, 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 and build that first list up. Then repeat. Grab the second, the second, the second, the second, and so on and so forth. And you can see if I pin this one, we've done exactly the same thing, but for the plates. Now it's important to then join those two lists together to eventually write them out to a file. And if I was to bring up my file here, give me a second, you can see that I have extracted all that information straight out to a file. In fact, if I run it again, it should actually be definitely. Right, so it's taken those 5 elements from there. One's the plates, the other one's the beams, and so on and so forth. I hope that makes sense. It's a very simple example, but it shows you how you can get properties and extract that information out.